Hi, I'm Sheryl Plouffe, national TV broadcaster and video marketing expert for entrepreneurs who want to attain celebrity status online, who want to become TV personalities in their own right. It is absolutely possible with video. I am so glad that you're here because we're going to talk today about teleprompters and particularly when to use a teleprompter. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm not actually the biggest proponent of working with a teleprompter. There are some cases where it's necessary, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So, how many of you have worked in hospitality? I know for me, I worked in hospitality, waiting on tables for a very long time before I got my big break in network television. And that's how it goes. You pay your dues, right? Well, for those of you who are familiar with the concept of front of the house and back of the house, I kind of use that analogy in the world of entrepreneurship in terms of marketing. So the front of the house is really the part of the restaurant that's really beautifully decored, that is lovely to look at, that's where people sit. It's kind of what people see. It's kind of the front of the house. It's all pretty. The back of the house is where the wait staff are. That's where they're taking their smoke breaks. It's not so pretty, right? The walls are kind of mucked up and, it's not as lovely to look at, but crucial that everything runs smoothly in the back of the house in order to make things pleasurable for people in the front of the house. Marketing is kind of the same way. The front of the house, in my mind, is the part of the equation where you're creating free, valuable content for your audience. You're answering questions. You're being there for them. On the back of the house, it's more the case of when people opt in to become part of your tribe. They're on your email list, and that's kind of where the relationship building part of the equation happens. Still lots of value being provided in the back of the house, but there is a little bit more strategy involved in the back of the house, and typically this would be a place where sometimes teleprompting can be beneficial. Let me explain. There are 3 areas where I believe it's beneficial to use a teleprompter when we're creating business or marketing videos in the marketing funnel, which is typically the back of the house, or at least that's how I see it, the back of the house of the whole marketing strategy. Okay, follow me? So when to use a teleprompter, 3 cases. One being, if you have gathered testimonials, perhaps you've asked for people to give you a testimony of working with you, and you've got that in text format, but you want to create a video of it, I would suggest that you would want to use a teleprompter to input that text into the teleprompter and deliver that to camera, only to make sure that you get the wording precisely the way the person who provided the testimonial intended it. So a testimonial situation would be a great place and great time to use a teleprompter. Secondly, certain lead magnets have templates where you can use a video in them. And depending on the languaging, depending on the strategy of the lead magnet, you might want to ensure that you actually get a series of words in a particular order, or you want to particularly hit and target certain keywords. Well, in those cases, rather than leaving it up to ad lib and possibly missing some of those keywords, you might want to use a teleprompter in that case to make sure that you actually target and hit those words, because obviously if you're reading it, you're not going to miss it. And the third place to use a teleprompter, and I believe probably the most important place, is on sales pages. So if you include a video in your sales page or create a video as your sales page, which is becoming much more common, you'd want to use a teleprompter for that. Why? Because a sales page is a longer format of text and delivery, and it can be very difficult to memorize all of that and make sure that you're hitting those strategic points within the sales page, because it is crafted in such a way and timed out and also really strategized in terms of what parts of the sales page come first, middle, and last, that you'll want to make sure that you hit all of those marks, and using a teleprompter would be a great way to do that. In my opinion, it's not really necessary to use a teleprompter so much at the front end of it in terms of creating blog posts or short videos where you could easily learn the skill of being able to talk to a camera and just express your thoughts and your feelings, which is what I teach. You can use a teleprompter to do that, but that's just my opinion on how that should go. Maybe you disagree. That's okay. Leave me a comment. I'd love to hear what your opinions are of when and where to use a teleprompter. You can find the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time today. My name is Sheryl Plouffe. If you want to connect with me online and find out how we can possibly work together, or you want to claim some of my free gifts, you can visit me on my blog at SherylPlouffe.com. I hope you have a great day, and remember, you can become a celebrity status online. You can become a TV personality in your own right, in your own business. I wish you all the best. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.